We are now 3 days into this partial government shutdown. I don't know if a lot of people talking about it. I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it. I feel like people are tired and fed up. The first one, they took it more seriously. Now they like, man, another one, whatever. All right, we'll get through it. But still, let's talk about it. It's a lot going on already. Fresh into February. We are in a partial government shutdown. I'm here to give you the facts, logic, and the current information on what's happening, what's going on. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new, 2 thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. All right, let's get into it.
We're in this partial government shutdown presently, but Speaker Johnson said on another network this morning he expects it may end by Tuesday. Some of your Republican colleagues, though, have said that they have conditions for getting on board. Republicans have a 1-seat majority at this point. Is he overconfident? He has your vote?
Well, he has my vote. I mean, we voted for this last time. The Democrats, most of them voted for this. For the Democrats to turn around and vote against it on Tuesday just to shut down the federal government makes no sense to me at all. I think the Speaker, the trick is getting it through the Rules Committee. And I believe that the Speaker would not do that if he didn't have the votes.
Well, you know why we're in this situation and why those Democrats are now objecting.
Right.
Because of what happened a week ago out in Minneapolis when Alex Preddy, this
But the
ICU nurse,
DHS portion is taken out of this. The DH portion is taken out of that appropriation.
It's just now a 2-week continuing resolution.
To have reforms to DHS.
So the federal government is shut down again, but this time it's only a partial shutdown. So let me explain what that means. Basically, parts of the federal government, several departments, including the Department of Transportation, Department of Education, State Department, the Pentagon, and the Department of Homeland Security are not fully funded right now. And the Department of Homeland Security is key to all of this. Last Friday, the Senate agreed to cut a deal to fund parts of the government fully through September, but start a 2-week debate period about the funding for DHS, particularly over the tactics used by ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, especially after the killing of Alex Preddy and Renee Good. So the Senate was able to pass that legislation, but now it heads over to the House, and that is where things can get really tricky. Speaker Mike Johnson has a razor-thin majority right now in the House of Representatives, so he needs every Republican to vote for this bill, and that's not a sure thing at this moment. Also in question is how some House Democrats may vote for these measures. So only time will tell how long this government shutdown will last, but a reminder, the last government shutdown was a record and lasted for 42 days, and some parts of the government are still recovering from that.
A partial shutdown is now on day 3, despite President Donald Trump and Congress's failed efforts to avoid one last week. Trump and Senate Democrats did, however, reach a deal right before the Friday deadline to fund several agencies for most of the fiscal year and extend DHS funding for 2 weeks as lawmakers work on a long-term solution. But that $1.2 trillion spending package now has to go through the House Rules Committee before a floor vote can take place.
They're going to separate the Department of Homeland Security bill. Our intention is by Tuesday to fund all agencies of the federal government except for that one, and then we'll have 2 weeks of good faith negotiations to figure it out.
It is worth noting that Democrats were able to win key elections last November amid the last government shutdown, as Trump and Republicans faced blame before Democrats agreed to terms to end the shutdown. This time around, Trump has publicly spoken against another shutdown, saying last week,
"We don't want to shut down."
Despite those comments, a partial shutdown is here for now. Reporting for Newsweek from Washington, I'm Leonardo Feldman.
Boy, the government is, not just the government, America is done. They're printing trillions like it's going out of style. I ain't gonna lie. They keep turning the printers on, printing trillions of dollars. Like nothing. Remember on The Simpsons where America went bankrupt due to Trump spending? See, we thought the first term that would happen, right? But they needed to buy more time to fulfill their plans to control everything, right? The one world control of everything. That's what they should call it instead of Agenda 2030. They might as well call it, we want to control everything and we're going to do everything that we can to do it. But look, basically what I'm saying is, remember that Simpsons episode? We thought that would happen his last term. It's happening this term, right? And they're saying Trump might be the last president because, yeah, after this, it won't be no coming back from it. And they know, like I say on all videos, they got a small window of time to try to accomplish and take down as many people with them as they can before the return of the Hamashiach, right? We don't know the day, we don't know the hour, but we know with all of this evil, wickedness, and all of these prophecies being fulfilled, we're checking them off of one at a time. We know that we are getting close, right? We're not in the last days no more. We're in the last hours, family. the last hours. Peace deals being talked about, right? Pestilence increasing, earthquakes increasing, plagues. Yahuwah is about to judge the whole world real soon, right? And Trump is playing a major role into this. Look at the state of the world, period. Lawlessness is increasing. Nations are rising. Nations will rise against nations. That's happening, right? We're hearing rumors of war, right? This is not the end, but it's the birthing pains, the beginning of the end. Let me say that. But this government shutdown right here, what y'all think about it? Do y'all think it'll be long term? Do you think it'll be temporary? We know they like to extend things. They like to make false promises. They want to prolong it. They want to prolong it, right? They want to cripple the world, right? They want to spend trillions of dollars to make themselves richer, but for them to get richer, they have to make the economy worse. I hope we all understand that. I won't be surprised if it's prolonged. They just want to take a different approach this time to try to throw people off, in my opinion. You can't trust them. This is what Trump had to say 34 minutes ago.
Well, I spoke with Speaker Johnson, I spoke with Leader Thune, and I think they're pretty close to a resolution. You know, we were at 5.6% GDP, and we lost 1.5 points because of the 42-day shutdown. Think of that. We would have been at 7. Nobody ever saw a number like 7. And I think, Howard, probably 1.5 points was the number, right?
1.5 for the shutdown. Exactly right.
He always talking. Oh, we would have been this, but because of this, because of the Biden, because of the... He always want to blame somebody. We weren't able to accomplish it. We were just this close. Man, shut up, man. I guess man, I don't like politics. I don't like politicians, man. One thing about me, I'm unapologetically myself, right? This man always lying. He's always making it seem like he's doing something good for the country, but he's not. He's doing the country the worst way. I was this close. We were this close to being the best nation in the world. But due to the government shutdown, the 42-day shutdown. Come on, man.
And it's very bad for our country. But despite that, we have the highest numbers we've ever had. You know, we're doing well. We're going right through it. But
this man is still saying we're doing well, and we have the highest numbers ever. What? The country is doing well, Trump. The country is doing... He think maybe his followers are stupid. They have a track record of being stupid, right? They believe whatever this man say, no research, no facts behind what he's saying, right? But everybody else who's not into politics or who's actually paying attention, we know these are all lies. Prices are higher than they've ever been. People are struggling more than they've ever struggled. What is he talking? This dude crazy. That's what's going on. He crazy. He is out of his mind.
well, I spoke with Speaker Johnson. We have the highest numbers we've ever had. You know, we're doing well. We're going right through it. But I will say that I spoke with Senator Schumer numerous times, and I don't think they want to see a shutdown in.
Okay. I don't think we can trust nothing you say. I'm going to end it like that. I don't got nothing more to say. I said what I had to say. Do y'all think the government shutdown will be prolonged? Do you think it'll be a long government shutdown? Or do you think within like 2 weeks, the government might open back up? Me, I know they're all playing their hand in this collapse, right? They've been kicking the can down the curb for quite some time, ever since Biden and before, right? So that this could be the worst collapse ever in probably the last collapse, right? As we transfer over into a new monetary system. They're just buying time, right? Let me know what y'all think, though. I don't got nothing more to say. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, it's your brother YT. Wake 'em up, back with another video. If you haven't smashed subscribe, go ahead and smash subscribe to join the tribe for the latest updates on the economy, as well as some entertaining videos as well. Sometimes I switch it up. Appreciate y'all. Peace. And to my Hebrew fam, shalom. I'll catch y'all on the next one.